There comes a moment in everybody's life when it will feel like life no longer has your back, when it feels like life has withdrawn its support for you. What I've learned is that these moments don't happen because the universe is trying to punish you. It's because the universe is trying to redirect you. It's because you're at what I call an identity upgrade crossroads. These are pivotal moments in our life when it might feel like everything is crashing down around us. When we feel disconnected from ourselves, we don't know who we are, where we're going, we don't feel that love for life anymore, and it just feels like nothing we do is working. And these are pivotal moments where life is asking you to become something more. Life is asking you to step up into the next version of yourself. And when you resist this calling from life, that's what causes so much internal chaos. And I want to make this video because I spent years and years and years going through these pivotal crossroad moments. And instead of recognizing what they were, I internalized it all. I thought that because I was at this moment where nothing was working, I didn't know who I was, I didn't know my path, that it meant something was wrong with me. It meant I wasn't good enough, it meant I wasn't confident enough, I didn't know enough, and I internalized it all and really just used those moments to just beat the shit out of myself. So I want to make this video so that if you're in one of these moments, if it feels like everything's crashing, you don't know who you are, where you're going, nothing you're doing is working, I want to open your eyes to the idea that you might be at an identity upgrade crossroad. And in this video, I'm going to give you the 3 big signs I've learned over my journey, over my time working with other people and recognizing the patterns that what you're going through is this moment. So the first sign is that you start to not recognize yourself anymore, and maybe it scares you. You start to feel disconnected from who you are. You don't know who you are, what it means to show up authentically or as yourself. This moment of kind of losing your sense of self, losing what it means to be you, is a huge, huge, huge indicator that you're at an identity upgrade threshold. Because this means that the phase of life you're going through, where you're headed in your path, is asking you to become the next version of yourself. But that next version hasn't fully formed yet. It doesn't have a full, clear outline. And so who you've been is starting to dissolve, but who you're becoming isn't fully formed yet. So you're in that in-between space. And when you're in that in-between space, man, it can feel like you just have no idea how to act, who to be, what it means to be yourself, how to express yourself, what you even want to say. And I've been there a few times. So I know the feeling, I know the discomfort, the anxiety, that like pit in your stomach that you carry around. And what I want you to recognize is that feeling this way doesn't mean that something is wrong with you. It means that you're at an upgrade threshold. You're at this crossroads. And all you have to do is just take a breath, relax into this experience. Let this process play out. Because the longer you resist it by trying to get in here and tinker with things and try to act more confident and put on a mask over here and put on the performance here and fake it till you make it here, the longer you do all of that, the longer you're delaying this process. So what you need to do in this moment is breathe, come back into your body, and allow yourself to move through this as the process happens. Let the process happen as it happens and just be with it. This is step one. This is sign number one. Number two is you'll notice that passion you once had for life, that lust, that zest, that love, that excitement to wake up in the morning is gone. It feels like you could just stay in bed all day, doom scroll your freaking life away, and you honestly don't feel like that's a bad thing. It just feels like that's what life is now. It might feel like when you go through your day, you're just going through the motions, but there's no real energy or love behind it. This is the sign that you have entered a crossroads, my friend. That life is now calling you to become more, to do more, and it's up to you to recognize and answer that calling. Because those feelings, the love, the passion, the zest, the lust for life, are all behind the next step in your journey. And what happens here is so many people find a comfortable step and they stop stepping. They stay at a certain point on their path, and then they wonder why the love, the joy, the passion for life isn't there anymore. It's because you stopped moving. And all of those energies respond to movement. You have to be in motion to catch an energy in motion. So when you feel that, when you recognize you're in a moment, maybe it's been a couple of days, a couple of weeks of you're like, shit, man, like I just don't feel it anymore. Like I just don't feel excited about living, about my life anymore. Catch that, recognize that, and realize that life is asking you to do something more. So you could start to ask yourself, what is life asking me to do? What is the scary thing in the back of my mind, the thing in the back of my heart that I know I could do, that I would love to do, but I'm terrified to try to do it? Find that thing and then ask yourself who you need to become to create that thing, to do that thing, and what's the first tiny micro step you can take to start getting there. The third thing is that it will feel like no matter what you do, nothing is working. It will feel like you are smacking into an invisible wall. It will feel like, and you'll notice that all those little signs you used to get where life was telling you you're on the right path, the numbers, the little messages, all the little synchronicities, they will disappear. You won't have any of them showing up anymore. And no matter what you do, they're not coming back, and what you're doing just doesn't work. It just falls flat. So if that's happening, this is another huge indicator that you have reached a crossroads. Who you need to become is being asked to come through you, and you're resisting it. You're not allowing the old version of you who got you to this place to step down, to dissolve, to create space for the new version of you of who you need to become to keep moving forward. This is what's keeping you stuck. This is what's keeping you smacking into that invisible wall. Once you recognize the old things you're clinging onto, the old habits, the old environments, the old thought patterns, the old emotional patterns, once you can recognize all the old shit you're clinging onto, and you can slowly allow yourself to let go of those, that's what's going to give you the space and the energy to be able to step into the next version of you. The version of you who is not only able to get through that wall effortlessly, but will then start to attract all of this new stuff into their life because you've now reached the next identity that has all of that stuff, that builds all of that stuff, that attracts all of that stuff. So, yeah, that's the 3 signs. That's what I recognize myself. I will recognize myself going through those patterns. I will recognize me feeling like I don't really know who I am anymore, or like when people say, just be yourself, be authentic. And I'm like, I don't even really know what that means. Like, what would my authentic self say here? What would my authentic self do here? When I don't know the answer to that, that's sign number 1. Number 2, when I realize it's been a few days, a few weeks in a row of waking up and just going through the motions of my day with no love or excitement, sign number 2. Number 3, I'm smashing my head into this invisible wall. Everything I'm doing isn't working, and I'm just not getting a sign from life anymore. If all 3 of those are happening, I can almost guarantee you that life is calling you to become more. And it's really interesting, in every single hero story throughout history, there comes this moment. There comes a moment where the hero is called to action. And there also comes the moment called the refusal of the call. This is the moment when the hero is called to go on to their adventure, but they refuse and they step back into safety. And in every single story throughout history, that moment is defined by order turning into chaos around them. The entire hero's life falls into chaos because life is pushing them to go on this adventure. Life is pushing them to become something more. And the more you fight with life, the more chaotic your life becomes. The more your life starts to fall apart because you're no longer getting fed from the infinite energetic source of life. You think you know better than life. So you're cutting yourself off from this connection to this energy. And when that happens, everything falls into chaos. And when the hero finally answers the call to adventure, well, that's what gives you some of the most epic stories of all time. So I wanted to make this quick and straight to the point because if you're going through this, I know what it's like to go through this. I've worked with people who have gone through similar things. These are the patterns I see. And what I want you to take away, the big takeaway, is if you're in this moment, if you're experiencing any of these things, it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with your value as a person. It has nothing to do with you not being enough. Don't internalize this. Don't sit in bed at night and beat yourself up. Don't sit in bed in the morning and beat yourself up thinking that you're just not good enough. You just can't do the things you want to do. Recognize that you are being called to become something more. And all you have to do is go through the process of letting the old things you're clinging on to slowly dissolve, create space for something new, and then slowly let yourself step into this new identity. And I promise when you do that, you're going to see everything that you wanted has been waiting for you on the other side of that. Yes, that's it. Thank you for being here. See you next time.